Good evening, everyone. I will call the meeting to order at 5:15 p.m. Please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, thank you all for joining us. It's good to see everyone. Mr. Zerlo, please conduct the roll call.
Mr. Castine. Mr. Bazile is asked to be excused. Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. Henry.
Here.
Mr. Hughes.
Here.
Mr. Kretzer. Here. Mr. Courtier.
Here.
Mr. Boddicker.
Here.
Mr. Timmons.
Here.
Ms. Walter.
Here.
Thank you, sir. All legislators have received a copy of the stenographer's minutes of the April 13th, 2022 regular session. If there are no additions, deletions, or corrections, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes. I have a motion by legislator Kretzer, second by legislator Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I'll now recognize anybody in the audience who wishes to share their thoughts with the legislature. Raise your hand if you wish to be recognized. State your name and address for the record. In accordance with rules of order, you'll be limited to 5 minutes per speaker. Anyone at all? Once? Twice? Anybody? 3 times? No one. We'll now move on to our committee reports. I will call on the chairperson of each committee in alphabetical order by committee, starting with Buildings and Grounds and Mr. Zerl.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of Chairman Bazile, the Buildings and Grounds Committee has not met since the last regular session. And the next Buildings and Grounds Committee is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 9th at 4:30 p.m.
Thank you, sir. Children and Family Services and Legislator Boddicker.
Thank you, Chairman. The Children and Family Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Children and Family Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, May 3rd at 5:15 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Economic Development and County Operations with Legislator Wall.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Economic Development and County Operations Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolution 287 was pulled and has been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Economic Development and County Operations Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 11th at 4 p.m. I would also like to invite legislator Castine to share some information that he has gleaned regarding the floodline. So thank you.
Well, it's stuff that probably everybody is already aware of, but I want to make sure. We did have that Zoom meeting yesterday with Jonathan Carmen from the Office of Police Stefanik, and Glenn Cutter and Shannon Thayer were there also, and several other people from the towns and around the area. But they stressed the importance of getting those letters for FEMA on this new floodplain, getting your municipalities to get those letters in. Glenn Cutter has the language you can use. Go to your towns and your mayors, get them to get this done. Because we're going to have 1,000 of our communities in the Clinton County area, over 1,000 that are going to be affected by this. And I think what's happening is people are getting this letter, a notification, and saying, there's no flood zone here. I've lived here for 50 years. There's never had a flood. I'll just toss that in the garbage. Well, unfortunately, FEMA doesn't operate that way. If they say you're in a flood zone, you're in a flood zone unless you fight for it. So the deadline is May 17th. We got to get those letters in before that. And once the towns and villages have responded, the county can probably offer a letter of support to their point of view also. So it's important that every legislator to contact their municipalities and get that done. Please.
Thank you, sir. Anything else?
Oh, no, sorry, in the report. Thank you very much.
Finance Committee, Legislator Timmons.
Yes, the Finance Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Finance Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 4th at 5:15 p.m. End report.
Thank you, sir. Health Committee and Legislator Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Health Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolution 288 was pulled and has been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. The next Health Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 4th at 4:15. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Human Services Committee, Legislative Appropriation.
The Human Services Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Human Services Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, May 3rd at 4:15. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Personnel Committee, I will handle. The Personnel Committee has not met since the last regular session. The next Personnel Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 2nd at 5 p.m. Plattsburgh International Airport and Legislative Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Plattsburgh International Airport Committee met earlier today. Chris Craig, the airport director, discussed various resolutions as well as an airline update and a construction update. Follow-up on bipartisan infrastructure, law, BIL, funding, a tenant update, and airport marketing. Resolutions 289 through 299 have been placed on the agenda upon the recommendation of the committee. Next Plattsburgh International Airport Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, May 25th at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. Public Safety Committee, Legislative Castleton.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, the Public Safety Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolution number 300 was pulled and has been placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. Next Public Safety Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 2nd at 4 p.m. End of report.
Thank you, sir. And Transportation Committee and Legislative Crouch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Transportation Committee has not met since the last regular session. Resolution number 301 was pulled and has been placed on the agenda as a result of the committee's recommendation. The next Transportation Committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Monday, May 9th at 5:15 p.m. And that's the end of the report.
Thank you. Liaison reports. Board of Health, Legislative Body.
No reports.
Thank you. Chamber of Commerce, Legislative Body.
No report.
The Community Services Board, Legislative Castile.
No report, sir.
Cooperative Extension, Legislative Tenants.
No report?
Discipline Review, nothing. Grievance, nothing. Inter-County, Legislative Walden.
We'll be meeting in Franklin County tomorrow at the golf course.
Mr. Wong. LCLG Regional Planning Board, Legislative Hughes and Bretzer.
I don't know if we necessarily have a report per se, but we had a lunch with Beth Gillis the other day, and she kind of kept us apprised of kind of upcoming developments, different grant opportunities and things to kind of pass along to anyone who might be able to qualify. So it was a nice meeting. We got kind of up to speed finally since COVID, since our appointments.
There you go. Soil and Water, Legislative Superintendents.
No report.
Thank you, sir. Workforce Development Board.
No
Legislative
report.
All right. Staff member reports. Ms. Keller.
Mike, I don't think we have anything for tonight.
Yeah, I do. I failed to return your phone call today.
Okay. I think I'll need to request an executive session.
Sale and lease of real property and the personnel history of particular employee/employees.
So 2 topics. All right, thank you. Chairperson's report. Briefly, in front of you, you have a little handout. And it is regarding the naming of the former Clinton County Airport. That's something that some of you will remember we've been working on for a year on and on. Now that Molly has joined us, we have the ability to spend more time on it than we did before. And this is a result, the attachment is a placeholder for a name that we're putting forward to you to consider, and not tonight, for you to look at, consider. The logo is kind of a placeholder. So if you've got an idea for a logo, obviously we would certainly consider that, or any other idea you may have. I presented this to Patty Legislator Waldron's Economic Development Committee, so those of you that were on that are already aware of it. I think I've talked to others of you that may be aware of it that aren't even on economic development. So this is for you to take home, take a look at. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And then once we get all that, we will move forward and see what we can come up with.
Hopefully one of the last times we say former Clinton County Airport.
Oh, thank you, yes. Obviously, that's always been the goal. Molly, did I skip anything?
No, got it. I'll.
I can't believe you're not correcting. Holy cow, that's what's
It was just second to Henry Drive, that's
I like the farmer bet, I was leaning that way. So anyways, take that home, take a look at it, let myself or Molly know, anything you might have to add to that. A bit of a warning, a heads up, I guess, at the next, finance, committee, legislative attendance, I've talked to him and a couple of you, be prepared to talk about the applications for the tobacco settlement. Bring those up, we will look at those, and see which ones are, most deserving of funding. And, hopefully we can make a decision that night on them, and we plan as to how to do that. And so that will be at the next, finance meeting, where we will do that. I believe you all have applications, I think they're all sent to you. If not, we'll get them to you. All right, thank you. And if there's nothing on that, we will move on to the resolutions. Okay, before voting on the resolutions, I want to note that the majority of the resolutions have been thoroughly discussed by the appropriate committees, and the legislature is taking action tonight based in large part on the recommendation of those committees. Mr. Earl, would you please read the titles of the resolutions to be acted upon?
Certainly.
What would we do if you said no?
Asking you to leave the room.
No.
Resolution 287, authorizing the county treasurer to increase appropriation and corresponding revenue for the 2021-2022 snowmobile trail grant. Legislature.
Motion, legislator Timmons, second, legislator Waldron. Discussion. Roll call.
Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 288, approving appointment to the Clinton County Community Services Board, Mental Health and Addiction.
5-4, Mr. Pastak. Certainly. Okay, 5-4. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Resolution 289, authorizing grant amendment with New York State Department of Transportation, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 290, awarding bid for solid runway taxiway de-icing agent, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Perrier. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 291, authorizing lease amendment with Avis Budget Group Incorporated, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion? Roll call.
Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 292, authorizing contract with CDC Real Estate, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Waldron. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 293, authorizing contract extension with Record USA, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Waldron. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 294, authorizing lease extension with Schluter Systems, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Spurrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 295, authorizing the purchasing agent to solicit bids to acquire aqueous film forming foam testing equipment, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Perrier. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
I have to say it one more time. Resolution 296, authorizing acquiring aqueous film forming foam testing system grant application, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion?
I didn't hear what.
Stop. That is aqueous film forming foam, sir.
Thank you.
You had to say it for me during the meeting.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 297, authorizing the rehabilitation of taxiway B pavement and general aviation apron construction project grant application, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Waldron. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier.
Yes.
Ms. Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 298, authorizing supplemental lease agreement number 1 to lease number GS02PL NY 00413 with the United States of America.
What numbers are two?
298.
Okay, Chairperson. Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 299, authorizing amendment to passenger facility charge application, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Hall. Second, legislator Perrier. Discussion.
Just those of you who were not on PIAC, this resolution simply accounts for federal monies in two federal COVID packages that we are using or have used to pay debt service that was originally intended to be paid by passenger facility charge and parking fee. So this is just properly accounting for the revenue that's paying for the debt service.
Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 300, authorizing the Emergency Services Department to standardize on the purchase of one scope video laryng. Josh?
Lorenascope?
Laryngoscope emergency services.
Motion, legislator Castine. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 301, authorizing contract with Complete Property Management, Clinton County Public Transit.
Motion, legislator Kretzer. Second, legislator Hughes. Discussion.
Yeah, this is the resolution that was tabled at our previous meeting to work out some purchasing requirements that's resulted in the resolution that's before you.
Thank you, sir. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 302, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Creative Aging Grant, Office for the Aging.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Perrier. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 303, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Clinton County Employment and Training Administration, Clinton County Employment and Training.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Potter. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 304, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Stewart's Grant, District Attorney's Office Child Advocacy Center.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Castine. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 305, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Eat Smart Waste Less Equipment Sale Project, Health Project.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Kretzer. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 306, authorizing the county treasurer to adjust appropriation and corresponding revenue for the capital project title, Exit Lane Modifications Project, Plattsburgh International.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Hall. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 307 has been withdrawn this evening. Resolution 308, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Youth Scholarship Grant, Youth Bureau.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Potter. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 309, authorizing the county treasurer to establish appropriation and corresponding revenue for the Youth Court Grant, Youth Bureau.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Potter. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Waldron?
Yes.
Resolution 310, authorizing contract with Direct Energy Business Marketing LLC, Legislature.
Motion, legislator Timmons. Second, legislator Castine. Discussion.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is the resolution that was previously tabled because the day of our previous meeting, the cost of the British thermal unit was through the roof, and and we held off to our benefit. So the price that we locked in at, still higher than the original, but far less than it was. So by waiting the 2 weeks, we saved $43,000 a year for 2 years, so $86,000. So,
Good job.
well, it's all luck. Don't give me any credit for that.
Michael, we spent a lot of time talking
Your
about
spider senses were on.
Yeah. I'm just happy I didn't have to tell you with the other.
Oh, yeah.
Any further discussion? Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Carried.
Resolution 311, amending Resolution 543 dated August 18, 2021, titled Authorizing Contract with Rodney L. Brown, Legislature.
Motion, legislator Waldron. Second, legislator Potiker. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. Perrier?
Yes.
Ms. Walter?
Yes.
Now, I'd like to entertain a motion to waive Rule 13.2. It has to do with the commemoration of the 150th anniversary of the founding of the Diocese of Ogden. I have a motion. Motion by legislator Castine, second by legislator Hughes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 312, commemorating the 150th anniversary of the founding of the Diocese of Ogdensburg.
5-4, Mr. Castine. 5-4. Any discussion on 5-4? All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, discussion.
Go ahead.
Just to let everybody know, we're planning on presenting it. Bishop LaValle will be in Champlain and St. Mary's for confirmation. It's the first Friday in June. So we'll be presenting it at that time, and all the legislators that want to attend are more than happy to be there. Hopefully the chairman will be there to make the actual presentation. Bishop LaValle, as many of you may know, went to Northeastern Clinton, so it's kind of a homecoming for him to be accepting this honor and as a kid.
I have a vote, all in favor? Do I have a vote opposed? Carried. Thank you. Anything, does anyone have anything else to come before the legislature?
Sir, I just wanted to ask or let everybody know that there will be a fundraiser for Supervisor Douglas and Song on May
Oh,
7th.
thank you, God, I saw that.
If, if you can attend, that'd be greatly appreciated. Where is it, Sable?
Yeah, it's at the town park, on Route 9A, coming into Osceola, between Regan and Diggin and the bowling alley.
Right next to 20 Main.
No.
No, that's down at Jay.
Come on,
The
that's over
riverfront
the
counter.
park. It's right on Route
I'm
9.
listening to you.
What is it?
It starts at noon and it noon till whenever. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Anything further? I'd like to entertain a motion to go into executive session. Motion by legislator Hall, second by legislator Perrier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are going into executive session. Just Carrie, you're out of executive session. Just reserve.
Resolution 313, amending Resolution 452 dated August 12, 2020, titled Awarding Requests for Qualifications for Engineering Services, Economic Development.
Motion, legislator Waldron. Second, legislator Timmons. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Resolution 314, requesting the introduction of state legislation to correct the New York State Retirement System Appointments Legislature.
Motion, legislator Henry. Second, legislator Hall. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Is there anything further to come before the legislature? I would ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by legislator Waldron, second by legislator Perrier. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much.